What's up, guys? Stacy here from SAB Heli Division, and I'm very proud to announce our next project, the Goblin 700 Stacy edition. Let's get into it. So first up is the rotor head. Inside this kit is just a standard HPS3 rotor head, but what makes this one special is it's black anodized. Gives it a nice kind of cool, dark, sleek look to it. Looks really nice. So some of the advantages with the 3-bladed rotor head is more agility. With the extra blade now, you can get a faster flip rate. So along with the faster flip rate, you get better cyclic stops. So it'll just stop right on a dime whenever you want it to. It's really nice. I think you guys are gonna like that. Along with the faster agility is more stability. You got an extra blade now, so your stability goes way up. You can just lock this thing on a line and it just holds it perfectly. In big hurricanes, big loops, anything, it is perfectly on a straight line. Besides that, it's more precise. So right off center, you get a more fluid, linear feel. And that's due to the extra blade, because say if you give a right aileron input, as the blades are coming around, you get that much more input per rotation. So it's a much more precise, more locked in feeling as soon as you give the input. I mean, I'm loving it. But this also has the independent dampening. So if you want to do kind of a slow, maybe a lower head speed, just cruising around flying, you might want to use one of the softer dampeners, which is an A or a B dampener. For 3D, I suggest the C dampener. That's the hardest dampener they make for it. And I use 3 shims. So it's the dampener, a washer, and then 3 shims. I find that works best. Just some other tips for your flybarless unit is, with the extra blade and stability, you don't need as much cyclic gain. So basically run it down as low as you can. For reference, on my V-bar, I'm running 40% cyclic gain, and that works out pretty well. No band tendencies, no wobbling, no bobbling, anything like that. But now that we have an extra blade, that means more lift. So with more lift, we need less RPM. So with my 2-bladed setup, I was running 2250 RPM. Now I'm only running 1920, 1950. And I'm getting more power, per se, with this setup now. I am running more collective pitch. I'm running 14.5 degrees of collective pitch, but I feel that it has more power, and the model is overall just way faster than it's ever been. With a 19-tooth motor pulley on the same Scorpion 4525 520 kV motor, the thing's running awesome. Everything stays real cool. I'm getting about the same flight time of 3 minutes, and it's just working out really well. So let's move on. So next up is the canopy and the boom. This is the same canopy and boom out of the 2-bladed 700 carbon kit. Nothing was changed there. It's just the same stuff. If you need to buy a spare, it's the same partner, but same everything. One of the differences we made, though, is the landing gear. This is the F3C style landing gear. It was designed on the Urukai, but the Urukai and the 700 have the same bolt pattern, so they can bolt right on, no problem. I honestly prefer these. I think it gives it kind of a cleaner look. And I think they're quite a bit stronger than the other landing gear. Hard landings, skid bumps, really no problem. I've hit these pretty hard a few times, and I had never broken a set yet. So they're quite a bit stronger. So let's move on to the tail. So last up is the tail rotor. It's just the standard SAB 3-bladed tail rotor. The difference again is that it's black anodized. The grips, the slider, and the pitchfork are. Due to how the hub's made, we can't black anodize that. But that's fine. I think it offers kind of a cool contrast. But some advantages with the 3-bladed tail is you have more authority. So now if you give an input when the head's loaded, you still get all the input. Like, there's no stalling, no hesitating or anything. It just keeps going. Another thing, just like the head is right off center input, it's much more responsive. So when you give a rotor input, it's very smooth, it's very linear, it's kind of hard to explain, but it feels more natural to me. But being that there's an extra blade back there, you don't need the 115mm tail blades. I'm only running 105s, and it has more authority than my 2-bladed tail with 115s. So 105mm tail blades are the ticket for this thing. It works great. For a tail pulley, it's the same 24 tooth tail pulley that comes with the HPS3 head. There's no changes there. It's working well. Just no need to put a 25, 26. Just run the 24 tooth tail pulley and you'll be good. But due to the ratio, when it's spinning, it sounds like a Formula One car. It has the coolest sound I've ever heard, and it just sounds really cool. But besides that, a little tip is with your tail servo, is run the tail servo ball in close to the servo. That allows you to use more mechanical throw and get more mechanical torque back to the tail rotor. Just kind of a tip that'll help you get more performance out of it. So, that's it. Alright, so now that we finished talking about the model, let's go get a flight on it. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for some cool new SAB projects in the future. Thanks again.